All right. Module 5, yeah, cryptographic services. So in this module, yeah, it will explain the objective of this module, explain how the types of encryption, hashes, and digital signatures work together, yeah, to provide confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. Yeah. So subtopic in this module, secure communications. Yeah. So it will explain the requirement of secure communication, including integrity, authentication, and confidentiality. Next topics, cryptography, and describe about cryptography. And next we have cryptanalysis. So it will describe basically the cryptanalysis and cryptology. It will describe about cryptology, yeah, cryptology, yeah, right. And secure communications. So three element: authentication, integrity, and also confidentiality. Yeah. So to ensure secure communication across both, yeah, the public and private infrastructure, so the network administrator first goal is to secure the network infrastructure, including routers, switches, servers, and also hosts. Yeah. So figures, and the figure shows an example of a secure network topology. Yeah. So this is the example. There are three primary objectives. Yeah. Of securing the communication. So we have authentications, integrity, and also confidentiality. Yeah. All right, authentication. There are two primary methods for validating source in network communications. So there are authentication services and also data repudiation services. In network communication, authentication can be accomplished using cryptographic method. Yeah, data non-repudiation is a similar service that allows the sender of message to be uniquely identified. With non-repudiation services in place, a sender cannot deny having been the source of that message. Yeah. Data integrity. Data integrity ensure that messages are not altered. Yeah, not altered in transit. With data integrity, the receiver can verify that received message is identical to be sent to the send message and that no manipulation occur. So that's meant by integrity. Data confidentiality. Data confidentiality ensure privacy. Yeah. So that only the receiver can read the message. This can be achieved through encryption. Encryption is the process of scrambling data so that it cannot be easily read by unauthorized parties. When enabling encryption, yeah, readable data is called plain text or clear text, while the encrypted version is called encrypted text or ciphertext. The plain text readable message is converted to ciphertext, which is the unreadable, yeah, this gas message, yeah. Decryption reverses the process, right? A key is encrypted to encrypt and decrypt a message. There will be a key. Yeah. The key is the link between the plaintext and also ciphertext. Using hash function is another way to ensure data confidentiality. A hash function transform a string of character into a usual shorter fixed length value or key that represent the original string. The difference between hashing and also encryption is how the data is stored. Yeah. Cryptography. Creating ciphertext. The history of cryptography starts in diplomatic circles thousands of years ago. Yeah, messenger from a king court took encrypted messages to other courts. Occasionally, the courts not involved in the communication attempt to steal the messages sent to a kingdom they consider an adversary. Not long after, military commanders started using encryption to secure messages. The Enigma machine was an electromechanical encryption device that was developed and used by Nazi Germany during World War II. Yeah, the device depended on the distribution of pre-shared keys that were used to encrypt and decrypt that messages. Yeah, the figure is an example of Enigma machines. All right, this is the Enigma machines. So transposition ciphers. In transposition ciphers, no letter are replaced. They are simply rearranged. An example of this type of cipher is taking the flank. For example, the flank is attacked at dawn, yeah, message, and transposing it to read like this, yeah. In the example, the key is to reverse the letter, yeah. So you can see the reverse this letter. Another example of transposition cipher is known as the rail fence cipher. In this transposition, the words are spelled out as if they were a rail fence. They are staggered, yeah, some in front, some in the middle, and maybe some in back, across several parallel lines. An example shown in the figure, like this example. Yeah. So modern encryption block cipher algorithms such as AES and legacy of 3 dash, okay, still use transposition as part of the algorithm. Yeah. Substitution ciphers. Okay, substitution ciphers substitute one letter for another. In their simplest form, substitution ciphers retain the letter frequency of the original message. Like this example, you can see. A more complex substitution cipher. Okay, the Vigener, yeah, cipher is based on the Caesar cipher, except that it encrypts text by using a different polyalphabetic key, shift, yeah, for every plain text letter. The different key shift, yeah, is identified using a share key between sender and also receiver. So the plain text message can be encrypted and decrypted using the Vigener cipher table that is shown in the figure. So figure compare to this and then convert to the appropriate or corresponding letter. Yeah. To illustrate how the Vigener cipher table works, suppose that a sender and receiver have a shared secret key composed of this letter secret, yeah, secret key, like this example. The senders use this secret key to encode the plain text. This plain a blank is attacked at dawn, yeah. So the F for the flank is encoded by looking at the intersection of column F. Okay, you can check that, yeah. And row starting with the S, which is secret key, resulting in the cipher letter X. Okay, and then next, the L in the flank word is encoded by looking at the intersection of column L and the row starting with E, which is on the word secret key, yeah, E here, all right, resulting in the cipher letter P. And for the A, which is in word flank, yeah, is encoded by looking at the intersection of column A and the row starting with C. in secret keyword. Yeah. So finally resulting in the cipher letter C. Okay. So the N, which is another next alphabet in flank, is encoded by looking at the intersection of column N and the row starting with R. Yeah, in word secret key, resulting in the cipher letter E. Okay, and then next alphabet in flank is K, is encoded by looking at the intersection of column K and the row starting with E, yeah, in secret key, and then resulting in the cipher letter O. So for example, in this example, secret key is required to encode this flank is attack at dawn. So secret key is this, and plain tag is this, and cipher tag after we do that process. So this is cipher text. Okay. One-time pad cipher. Gilbert Burnham, yeah, was an AT&T Bell's lab engineer who in 1917 invented a later patented the trim cipher. He also co-invented the one-type pad cipher, and Burnham proposed teletype cipher in which a prepared key consisting of an arbitrary long, non-repeating sequence of number was kept on the paper tape shown in the figure. It was then combined character by character with the plain text message to produce the ciphertext. To decipher the ciphertext, the same paper tape key was again combined character by character, producing the plain text. Each tag was used only once, hence the name one-time pad. Several difficulties are inherent in using one-time pad in the real world. Cryptanalysis. Cracking code. Cryptanalysis is the practice and study of determining the meaning of encrypted information, like cracking the code without access to the shared secret key. This is also known as code breaking. Throughout history, there have been many instances of cryptanalysis. Okay, the V-general cipher had been absolutely secured until it was broken in 19th century by English cryptographer such as Charles Babbage. Mary Queen of the Scots was plotting to overthrow Queen Elizabeth I from the throne and send encrypted messages to her co-conspirators. The cracking of the code used in this plot led to beheading of Mary in 1587. The Enigma encrypted communication were used by Germans to navigate and direct their U-boats in the Atlantic. Polish and also British cryptanalysts broke the German Enigma code. Winston Churchill was of the opinion that it was a turning point in the World War II. Okay. Several methods are used in cryptanalysis: brute force method, ciphertext method, known plain text method, chosen plain text method, chosen cipher method, meet in the middle method, and also many more. Cracking code example. When choosing a cryptanalysis method, consider the Chaser cipher encrypted code. The best way to crack the code is to use a brute force, try and error. Brute force. Because there are only 25 possible rotations, the effort is relatively small to try all possible rotation and see which one returns something that makes sense. A more scientific approach is to use the fact that some characters in the English alphabet are used more often, yeah, than others. This is also called frequency analysis. Okay, so this is one of the example of the cracking code. Yeah, cryptology, making and breaking secret code. Cryptology is the science of making and breaking secret code. As shown in the figure, cryptology combined with two separate disciplines. One's cryptography, second cryptanalysis. Cryptography means the development and use of code. Cryptanalysis, the breaking of those codes. There is a symbiotic relationship between the two disciplines because each makes the other one stronger. National security organization employ practitioners of both disciplines and put them to work against each others. Yeah. Cryptanalysis. Cryptanalysis is often used by government in military, diplomatic surveillance, by enterprises in testing the strength of the security procedures, and by malicious hackers in exploiting weaknesses in website. So cryptanalysts are individuals who perform cryptanalysis to crack secret codes. A sample job description is displayed in the figure. While cryptanalysis is often linked to mischievous purposes, it is actually a necessity. It is an ironic fact of cryptography that it is impossible to prove that any algorithm is secure. It can only be proven that it is not vulnerable to non-cryptanalytic attacks. Therefore, there is a need for mathematicians, scholars, security forensic experts to keep trying to break the encryption method. The secret key is in the keys. In the world of communication and networking, authentication, integrity, and data confidentiality are implemented in many ways using various protocols and algorithms. The choice of protocol and also algorithm varies based on the level of security required to meet the goals of the network security policy. The table list below shows some common cryptographic hashes, protocol, and also algorithm. Okay. In order to achieve integrity, MD5, okay, SHA for authenticity, we have HMA, MD5, HMA, SHA, 256, RSA, and also DSA. And for confidentiality, we have 3DES and also AE as algorithm. Okay. Okay, module 16, basic integrity and authenticity. In this topic, so objective of these topics, is explain how cryptography is used to ensure data integrity and authenticity. So subtopic, we have integrity and authenticity, key management, and also confidentiality. Yeah. So integrity and authenticity. Secure communications. These are the four elements of secure communication. First, data integrity. So guarantee that message was not altered. Yeah. Any changes to data in transit will be detected. Integrity is ensured by implementing either of secure hash algorithm, which is SHA-2 or SHA-3, and MD5 message digest algorithm is still widely used. Okay, however, it is inherently insecure and creates vulnerability in network. Note that MD5 should be avoided. Okay, so this one for data integrity. For the origin authentications, guarantee that the message is not forgery and does actually come from whom it states. Many modern networks ensure authentication with algorithms such as hash-based message authentication code, yeah, or which is the short form is HMAC, yeah, in order to achieve these origin authentications. And next, data confidentiality. Guarantee that only authorized user can read the message. If the message is intercepted, it cannot be deciphered. Decipher within a reasonable amount of time. Data confidentiality is implemented using symmetric or asymmetric encryption algorithm. And data non-repudiations. Guarantee that sender cannot repudiate or refute the validity of a message sent. Non-repudiation relies on the fact that only the sender has the unique characteristic or signature for how that message is treated. Cryptographic hash function. Hashes are used to verify and ensure data integrity. Hashing is based on a one-way mathematical function that is relatively easy to compute but significantly harder to reverse. And shown in the figure, a hash function takes a variable blocks of binary, and then call the message this and produce a fixed length condensed representation called the hash. So the resulting hash is also sometimes called the message digest or digital fingerprint. With hash function, it is computationally infeasible, for two different set of data to come up with the same hash output. Cryptographic hash values are often called digital fingerprints. Cryptographic hash operation. Mathematically, the equation, hash equal h capital H x is used to explain how hash algorithm operates. As shown in the figure, a hash function h takes an input x, input x, and return a fixed size string hash value h. This return, The example in the figure summarizes the mathematical process. A cryptographic hash function should have the following properties. First, the input can be any length. The output is always fixed length. H hash is relatively easy to compute for any given x. H x is one of way and not reversible. H hash is a collision-free, meaning that two different input values will result in different hash value. MD5 and also SHA. Hash functions are used to ensure the integrity of message. They have ensured that has not accidentally changed that, and that what was sent is indeed what was received. There are four well-known hash functions: MD5 with 128-bit digest, SHA1, 2, and 3. While hashing can be used to detect accidental changes, it cannot be used to guard against deliberate changes that are made by threat actor. Okay, therefore, hashing is vulnerable to man-in-the-middle attacks and does not provide security to transmit data. To provide integrity against man-in-the-middle attack, origin authentication is also required. Origin authentication. To add origin authentication and integrity assurance, use a key hash message authentication code, which is HMAC. HMAC use an additional secret key as input to the hash function. As shown in the figure, HMAC is calculated using any cryptography algorithm that combines a cryptographic hash function with a secret key. Hash functions are the basis of the protection mechanism of HAMAC. Only the sender and receiver know the secret key, and the output of the hash function now depends on the input data and the secret key. Only parties who have access to that secret key can compute the digest of an HMAC function. This defeats man-in-the-middle attack and provides authentication of the data origin. As shown in the figure, the sending device input data such as Terry pay $100 or $100 and the secret key, okay, this into the hashing algorithm and calculate the fixed length HMAC digest. All right. This authentication digest is then attached to the message and sent to the receiver. In the figure, the receiving device remove the digest from the message and use the plain text message with its secret key as input into the same hash function. If the digest that is calculated by the receiving device is equal to the digest that was sent, the message has not been altered. Additionally, the origin of the message is authenticated because only the sender possesses a copy of shared secret key. Yeah. And the HMA function has ensured the authenticity of the message. The figure shows how HMAC are used by Cisco router that are configured to use open shortest path first, routing authentication or SPF routing authentications. Right, this one. R1 is sending a link state update LSU regarding a route to a network 10.2.0.0. Yeah. And then, all right, clear. Okay. And then R1, okay, R1 here. Calculate the hash value using LSU message and the secret key. The resulting hash value is sent with the LSU to R2, to the R2. Okay. And then third, R2 calculate the hash value using the LSU and its secret key. And R2 accept the update if the hash value match. If they do not match, R2 discards the update. Okay. Key management. Characteristic of key management. Key management is often considered the most difficult part of designing a crypto system. As shown in the table, there are several essential characteristics of key management to be considered. Characteristic first, key generations. So it was up to Caesar to choose the key of his cipher. The visionary cipher key is also chosen by the sender and also receiver. In a modern cryptographic system, key generation is usually automated and not left to the end user. The use of good random number of generator is needed to ensure that all keys are equally generated so that the attacker cannot predict which key are more likely to be used. And next characteristic of key verification. Some keys are better than others. Almost all cryptography algorithms have some weak key that should not be used. With the help of the key verification procedure, weak key can be identified and regenerated to provide a more secure encryption. With a teaser cipher using a key of 0 or 25 does not encrypt the message, it should not be used. And for characteristic key exchange, key management procedure should provide a secure key exchange mechanism that allows secure agreement on the keying material with the other party, probably over an untrusted medium. And four characteristic of key storage. On a modern multi-user operating system that use cryptography, a key can be stored in memory. This presents a possible problem when the memory is swapped to the disk because a Trojan horse program installed on the PC of a user could then have access to the private key of that user. Key lifetime, yeah. Using a short key lifetime improve the security of legacy ciphers that are used on high-speed connection. In IPsec, a 24-hour lifetime is typical. However, changing the lifetime to 30 minutes improve the security of the algorithm. Key revocation and destruction, yeah. Revocation notify all interested party that certain key has been compromised and should no longer be used. Destruction erase all key in a manner that prevent malicious attack from recovering them. Key length and key space. Two terms that are used to describe key are key length and also key space. Key length also called the key size. This is the measure in bit. In this course, we will use the term key length. Key space, this is a number of possibility that can be generated by a specific key length. As key length increases, the key space increases exponentially. The table displays the characteristics of AES encryption algorithm. Yeah. So timeline, which is for AES standard, we have official standard since 2001. Type of algorithm, again, symmetrics. Yeah. For the key size, we have 128, 192, and 256. For the speed, almost high, time to crack. So I mean, assume a computer could try 255 key per second, which is 149 trillion years. Resource consumption, which is low. Yeah. The key space. The key space of algorithm is the set of all possible key values. A key that has n bit produces a key space that has 2 power of n possible key values. By adding 1 bit to the key space is effectively double. Almost every algorithm has some weak keys in its key space that enable an attackers to break the encryption through or via a shortcut. Weak keys show the regularities in encryptions. For instance, DES has a 4 key for which encryption is the same as decryption. This means that if one of these weak keys is used to encrypt plain text, an attacker can use the weak key to decrypt the ciphertext and reveal the plain text. So the DES weak key are those that produce 16 identical subkey. These occur when the key bits are like alternating 1 and 0, alternating F and E, like this example, yeah, and also this, yeah. The type of cryptographic key. Current key length can easily make any attack attempt insignificant because it takes million or billion of years to complete the search when a sufficiently long key is used. With modern algorithms that are trusted, the strength of the protection depends solely on the size of the key. Choose the key length so that it protects data confidentiality or integrity for an adequate uh, period of time. Data that is more sensitive and needs to be kept secret longer must use longer key. So length of protection 3 years, which is symmetric key 80, asymmetric key 1248, digital signature 160, and also hash function should have 160. Yeah. And for 10 years, 96 symmetric key, asymmetric key 1776, and for digital signature only 192, and for the hash 192. For 20 years, symmetric key is 112, and for asymmetric key 2432, and the digital signature is 224, and also for the hash. For 30 years, yeah, symmetric key is 128 and asymmetric key is 3248 and 256 for digital signature and also 256 for hash. Protection against quantum computers, symmetric key 225, 6, 256, and asymmetric key 15,424. And for digital signature, it was 512, and also for the hash, also 512. Yeah. So choice of cryptographic keys. Performance is another issue. Okay, performance is another issue that can influence the choice of key length. An administrator must find a good balance between the speed and also protective strength of the algorithm. Because some algorithms such as RSA or reverse Shamir-Edelman algorithm run slowly due to the large key length. The estimated funding of the attacker should also affect the choice of key length. The rule, the longer the key, the better is valid, except for a possible performance reason. Shorter key equal faster processing but are less secure. Longer key equals slower processing but are more secure. Confidentiality. Data confidentiality. Symmetric encryption algorithms such as DES or standard data encryption standard, and for 3DES, and also advanced encryption standard, which is stand for short form. Yeah, in short form is AES, are based on the premise that each communicating party knows the pre-shared keys. Data confidentiality can also be ensured using asymmetric algorithm, including reverse RSA, reverse Shaman, and Edelman RSA, and the public key infrastructure, yeah, or PKI. The figure highlight, yeah, some differences between symmetric and asymmetric encryptions. Yeah, okay, you can go through this, the differentiation between these two, yeah, symmetric and also asymmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption. Symmetric algorithm use the same pre-share key to encrypt and decrypt data. A pre-share key, also called a secret key, is known by the sender and receiver before any encrypted communication can take place. In the figure, Alice and Bob are identical keys to a single padlock. These keys were exchanged prior to sending any secret message. Alice writes a secret message and puts in the small box that she locks using the padlock of her key. She mails the box to the Bob. Yeah. The message is safely locked inside the box as the box makes its way through the post office system. When Bob received the box, he used his key to unlock the padlock and retrieve the message. Bob can use the same box and padlock to send a secret reply back to Alice. All right. Okay. Symmetry encryption algorithm are sometimes classified as either a block cipher or a stream cipher. Block cipher transform a fixed length block of plain text into a common block of cipher of 64 or 128 bits. Common block cipher include DES and with a 64-bit block size and AES with a 128-bit block size. And for stream cipher, encrypted plain text 1 byte or 1 bit at a time. Stream cipher are basically a block cipher with a block size of 1 byte or bit. Stream cipher are typically faster than block cipher because data is continuously encrypted. Well-known symmetric encryption algorithms are described in the table. So first, DES. So this is legacy symmetric encryption algorithm. It uses a short key length that makes it insecure for most current issues. And for triple DES, there is the replacement DES and repeat the DES algorithm process 3 times. It should be avoided if possible, as it is scheduled to be retired in 2023. If implemented, use very short key lifetime. And for AES is popular and recommended. Symmetric encryption algorithm. It offers combination of 128 and also 192 and or 256 key to encrypt 128, 192 or 256 bit long data blocks. And for SEAL, which is stand for software optimized encryption algorithm, or SEAL, is a faster alternative symmetry encryption algorithm to AES. SEAL is a stream cipher that use 160-bit encryption key and has a low power, low impact on the CPU compared to the software-based algorithm. And for our reverse cipher, which is RC series algorithm, this algorithm was developed by Ron Rivers. Several versions have been developed, but RC4 was the most prevalent in use. RC4 is a stream cipher that was used to secure web traffic. It has been found to have multiple vulnerabilities which have made it insecure. RC4 should not be used. Asymmetric encryption. Asymmetric encryption, also called public key algorithm, are designed so that the key that is used for encryption is different from the key that is used for the decryption, as shown in the table in the figure. The decryption key cannot, in any reasonable amount of time, be calculated from the encryption key vice versa. Example of protocol that use asymmetric key algorithms such as IKE or Internet Key Exchange or SSL for secure socket layer. And next we have secure shell, which is SSH, and pretty good privacy PGP. This computer provide cryptographic privacy and authentication. And for SSH, this protocol provide a secure remote access connection to network devices. Okay, this is an example of protocol that use asymmetric key algorithm. Asymmetric algorithm, encryption algorithm such as Diffie or Diffie-Hellman (DH). Yeah, this is the key length. You can see the maximum till 4096. The lowest is 512. So the Diffie-Hellman algorithm also allow two parties to agree on a key that can use to encrypt messages that want to send to each other. The security of this algorithm depends on the assumption that it's easy to raise a number to a certain power, but difficult to compute which power was used given the number and also the outcome. So next, which is DSS, which is digital signature standard, yeah, and digital signature algorithm, which is DSS, yeah. DSS specifies DSA as the algorithm for digital signature. DSA is a public key algorithm based on the Ilgamal signature scheme. Yeah. So signature creation speed and similar to RSA, but it is 10 to 40 times slower for verifications. And for RSA, which is the key length between 1512 to 2048. RSA is for a public key cryptography that is based on the current difficulties of factoring very large numbers. In the first algorithm known to be suitable for signing as well as encryption, it is widely used in uh, electronics commerce protocol and is believed to be secured given sufficiently long keys and the use of up-to-date implementations. Ilgamal. So the key length is between 512 to 1024. An asymmetric key encryption algorithm for a public key cryptography which is based on the Diffie-Hellman key agreement. Disadvantage of the Ilgamal system is that the encrypted message become very, very big, about twice and the size of the original message, and for this reason it is only used for small messages such as secret key. And elliptic curve technique, which is the key length start from 224 until or higher. Okay. Elliptic curve cryptography can be used to adapt many cryptographic algorithms such as Diffie-Hellman or Il-Gamal. The main advantage of the elliptic curve cryptography is that the key can be much smaller. Yeah. So asymmetry encryption confidentiality. The process can be summarized using the formula public key and also private key, and finally we have this confidentiality. When the public key is used to encrypt the data, the private key must be used to decrypt the data. Only one host has the private key, therefore confidentiality is achieved. Right? So you can go through this later. Yeah. So authentication. The authentication objective of a symmetry algorithm is initiated when the encryption process is start with the private key. And the process can be summarized using this formula. We have the private key plus public key, which is decrypt, and this one encrypt. You will see that similar to the authentications. Okay. So in this example, Sikli at least encrypt a message using her private key. Yeah, Alice sends the encrypted message to Bob when Bob needs to authenticate that the message did indeed come from Alice. And next, for this, in order to authenticate the message, Bob requests a Alice public key. And next, Bob used Alice public key to decrypt the messages. Integrity. Combining the two asymmetric encryption processes provides message confidentiality, authentication, and integrity. The following example will be used to illustrate this process. In this example, a message will be ciphered using Bob public key, and also cipher hash will be encrypted using Alice private keys to provide confidentiality, authenticity, and also integrity. So the example, yeah, Alice wants to send a message to Bob, ensuring that only Bob can read the document, yeah. In other words, Alice wants to share message confidentiality. Alice used a public key of Bob to cipher the message. Only Bob will be able to decipher it using his private keys. In this diagram, Alice also wants to ensure message authentication and integrity. Authentication ensures Bob that the document was sent by Alice, and integrity ensures that it was not modified. Alice used her private key to cipher a hash of the message. Alice sends the encrypted message with its encrypted hash to Bob. Asymmetric encryption, which is for integrity, continues from the last slides. Bob used Alice's public key to verify that the message was not modified. So the received hash is equal to the locally determined hash based on Alice's public key. Additionally, this verifies that Alice is definitely the sender of the message because nobody else has Alice's private keys. And for the next, Bob used his private key to decipher the message. Yeah. Diffie-Hellman or DH is an asymmetric mathematical algorithm that allows to computers to generate an identical share secret without having communication before. The new share key is never actually exchanged between the sender and also receiver because, however, because both parties know it, the key can be used by encryption algorithm to encrypt traffic between the two systems. Here are two examples of instances when DH is commonly used. First, data is exchanged using IPsec VPN, and next SSH data is exchanged. To help illustrate how DH operate, refer to the figure. The color in the figure will be used instead of complex long numbers to simplify the DH key agreement process. Okay. Diffie-Hellman use a different DH group to determine the strength of the key that is used in the key agreement process. The higher group number are more secure but require additional time to compute the key. The following identifies the DH group supported by Cisco iOS software and their associated prime number value. Okay, group 1, 700 something, yeah. Group 2000, group 5, 100, sorry, 1500. And 2000 bits for group 14, group 15, 3000, almost 3000 bits, and 16, 4096 bits for group 16s. Basic integrity and authenticity summary. Okay, right. Okay, that's regarding this. Module 17, public key cryptography. Okay, module objective, explain how public key infrastructure is used to ensure data confidentiality and provide authentications. So subtopic is public key cryptography with digital signatures. So we'll explain public key cryptography, and authority and the PKI trust system explain how public key infrastructure function and application and impact of the cryptographic. Explain how the use of cryptography affects cybersecurity operations. Public key cryptography with digital signature. Digital signature overview. Digital signature are mathematical techniques used to provide authenticity, integrity, and also non-repudiations. The following are characteristics of digital signature. First, authentic. The signature cannot be forged and provide proof that the signer and no one else signed the document. For unalterable, after a document is signed, it cannot be altered. Not reusable, the document signature cannot be transferred to another document, and non-repudiated, the signed document is considered to be the same as physical document. So digital signature are commonly used in the following two situations: code signing and also digital certificate. There are three digital signature standard DSS algorithm. They are used for generating and verifying digital signature. DSA or digital signature algorithm. DSA is the original standard for generating public and private key pairs for generating and verifying digital signature. RSA, which is reverse Shamir-Eldem algorithm. RSA is asymmetric algorithm that is commonly used for generating and verifying digital signature. And for ECDSA or elliptic curve digital signature algorithm. So this algorithm is a newer variant of DSA and provide digital signature authentication and non-repudiation with the added benefit of computational efficiency, small signature size, and minimal bandwidth. So digital signature for code signing. Executable files are wrapped in a digital sign envelope which allow the end user to verify the signature before installing the software. Digital signing code provides several assurance about the codes. The code is authentic and actually sourced by the publisher. The code has not been modified since it left the software publisher. The publisher undeniably published the code. This provides non-repudiation of the act of publishing. Digital signature for code signing. This executable file was downloaded from the internet. The file contains a software tool for Cisco systems. Okay, all right, this. And then clicking the digital signature tab reveals that this is that the file is from the trusted organization, which is Cisco System and Company. All right, this. And then the digital signature detail window revealed that the file was signed by Cisco System in October 2019. Okay, this. Okay, this is example of digital signature. And then the certificate information tabs provide the purposes of the certificate, who the certificate was issued and who issued the certificate. It also displays the period for which the certificate is valid. Yeah, this one. And the certification path, tap to see the file was signed by Cisco system as verified to DigiCert. Yeah. Digital signature for digital certificate. A digital certificate is used to authenticate and verify that a user who is sending a message is who they claim to be. Digital certificate can also be used to provide confidentiality for the receiver with the means to encrypt a reply. This scenario will help you understand how a digital signature is used. Bob is confirming an order with Alice. Alice is ordering from Bob website. Alice has connected to Bob website, and after the certificate has been verified, the Bob certificate is stored on Alice website. The certificate contains Bob public key, and the public key is used to verify the Bob digital signature. Okay. When Alice received the digital signature, following process occurs. So first, okay, Alice receiving device accept. Okay. Oh, I need to do something. I cannot read this. Yeah. Alice receive device accept the. Okay. So I think we continue on this later. So we'll continue, yeah, on. Let me stop this first. All right. Okay, digital signature for digital certificates. A digital certificate, yeah, is used to authenticate and verify that a user who is sending a message is who they claim to be. Right. So digital certificate can also be used to provide confidentiality for the receiver with the mean to encrypt a reply. Okay, this scenario will help you understand how a digital signature is used. Bob is confirming an order with Alice. So according to this here. And then Alice, no, it's not that. Yeah, all right. Alice is ordering from Bob website. And then Alice has connected to Bob website. And after that, the certificate has been verified. The Bob certificate is stored on Alice website. Then the certificate contains Bob public key, of course, yeah. So the public key is used to verify the Bob digital signature. All right. So when Alice received the digital signature, so the following process occur. First, this, yeah. Alice receiving device, yeah, accept the order confirmation with the digital signature and obtains Bob public key. Alice computer then decrypt the signature using Bob public key. This step reveals the assumed hash value of the sending device. Then Alice computer creates a hash of the received document without its signature and compare this hash to the decrypted signature hash. If the hashes match, so the document is authentic. Right? Then authority and the PKI trust a system. Public key management. When establishing an asymmetric connection between two hosts, yeah, the host will exchange their public key information. An SSL certificate is a digital certificate that confirms the identity of website domain. To implement SSL on your website, you purchase an SSL certificate for your domain from SSL certificate provider. Then the trusted third party does an in-depth investigation prior to the issuance of credentials. After this in-depth investigation, the third party issues credential, for example, digital certificate, that are difficult to fork. From the point forward, all individual who trust the third party simply accept the credential that the third party issues. Some example of certificate authority CAs are IdenTrust, DigiCert, SecTigo, Global Sign, and GoDaddy. These CA are charged for their services. Let's Encrypt is a non-profit CA that offers certificate free of charge. Public key infrastructure. PKI is needed to support large-scale distribution and identification of public encryption keys. The figures show the main element of the PKI. All right. So if you look here, we have PKI certificate and certificate store, and we have authority, and also finally they keep in database. So first, PKI certificate contains an entity or individual public key, its purpose, the certificate authority or CA that validated and issue the certificate, the date range during which the certificate is valid, and the algorithm used to create a signature. Right, certification store. The certificate store reside on a local computer and store issue certificate and private key. Okay, next, the third number three, this PKI certificate authority. So this authority is a trusted third party that issue PKI certificates to entities and individual after verifying their identity. It signed the certificate using its private key. Then finally, certificate database. Number 4, the certificate database store all certificate approved by CA. All right. The next figure shows the element of PKI interoperate. In the example, Bob has received his digital certificate from the CA. And then this certificate is issued whenever Bob communicates with other parties. And then Bob communicates with Alice. After that, when Alice receives Bob's digital certificate, she communicates with the trusted CA to validate Bob identity. Okay, here. Okay, number 1. Certificate authority. They will issue PKI certificate. And then Bob initially requests a certificate from the CA. The CA authenticate Bob and store Bob PKI certificate in the certificate database. And then keep in the database. And then exchange PKI certificate. And after Bob communicate with Alice using his PKI certificate, and then the third one, okay, verify PKI certificate. Alice communicate with the trusted CA using CA public key. The CA refers to the certificate database to validate Bob PKI certificate. This is how they validate the Bob authentication identity. The PKI authority systems. CAs, especially those that are outsourced, issue certificates based on classes which determine how trusted a certificate is. The table provides a description of the classes. The class number is determined by how rigorous the procedure was that verified the identity of the holder when the certificate was issued. The higher the class number, the more trusted the certificate. The highest used for private organization or government security. The lowest, class 0 used for testing in situation in which no check has been performed. Okay, there's a lower, that the highest. Okay, we have in between that one for use for individual who require verification of email. Number two, used by organization for which proof of identity is required. And three, used for server and software signing. And four, used for online business transactions between companies. The PKI trusted trust system. PKI can form different topologies of trust. The simplest is the single root PKI topology. As shown in the figure, a single CA called the root CA, okay, called the root CA, issues all the certificate to the end user, which are usually within the same organization. The benefit to this approach is simplicity. However, it is difficult to scale to a large environment because it requires a strictly centralized administration, which create a single point of failure. All right. Okay. Centralized. So on larger network, yeah, PKI-CAs may be linked using two basic architecture. Cross-certificate CA topologies. Cross-certificate like this example. And next is hierarchical CA topology. All right. Interoperability of different PKI vendors. Interoperability between PKI and its supporting devices such as Lightweight Directory Access Protocol or LDAP and X.500 directories is a concern because many CA vendors have proposed and implemented proprietary solution instead of waiting for standard to develop. To address this interoperability concern, the one of the organization IETF published the Internet X.509 Public Key Infrastructure Certificate Policy and Certification Practices Framework documented in RFC 2527. The X.509 or .509, version 3, or X.509 version 3 standard define the format of digital certificate. So here are the details. You can go through this. Okay, certificate enrollment, authentication and revocation. All systems that leverage the PKI must have the CA public key, which is called the self-signed certificate. The CA public key verifies all the certificates issued by the CA and is vital for the proper operation of the PKI. For many systems such as web browser, the distribution of CA certificate is handled automatically. The certificate enrollment process is used by host system to enroll with a PKI. To do so, CA certificates are retrieved in band over a network and the authentication is done out of band or OOB using the telephone. Authentication no longer requires the presence of the CA server, and each user exchanges their certificates containing public keys. Certificate must sometimes be revoked. The two of the most common method of revocation are certificate revocation list or CRL and online certificate status protocol or OCSP. 7.3 application and impacts of cryptography. PKI application. Where can PKI be used by an enterprise? The following provide the short list of common uses of PKI. We have SSL TLS, certificate-based peer authentication. We have secure network traffic using IPsec VPN. We have HTTPS web traffic, and then control access to the network using 802.1x authentication, secured email using S or MIME protocol, secure instant messaging, approve and authorize application using code signing, protect the user data with encryption file system or EFS, and implement two-factor authentication with smart card and securing USB storage devices. Okay, and many more. Yeah, this is one of them. Encrypted network transaction. Threat actors can use SSL or TLS to introduce regulatory compliance violations, viruses, malware, data loss, and intrusion attempt in a network. Other SSL and TLS related issues may be associated with validating the certificate of a web server. When this occurs, web browser will display a security warning. PKI-related issues that are associated with security warning included validity, 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 yeah, date range, and also signature validation error. For validity date range, the X.509 version 3 certificates specify not before and also not after dates. If the current date is outside the range, so the web browser display a message. Expired certificate may simply be the result of administrator oversight, but they may also reflect more serious condition. And for signature validation error, if a browser cannot validate the signature on the certificate, there is no assurance that the public key in the certificate is authentic. Signature validation will fail if the root certificate of the CA hierarchy is not available in the browser certificate store. Okay. Encryption and security monitoring. Network monitoring becomes more challenging when packets are encrypted. However, increased use of HTTPS in the enterprise network introduces new challenges because HTTPS introduces end-to-end encrypted HTTP traffic through TLS and SSL. It is not as easy to peek into user traffic. Here are lists of some the things that our security analysts could do. First, configure rules, yeah, to distinguish between SSL and non-SSL traffic, HTTPS and non-HTTPS SSL traffic. And then enhance security through server certificate validation using CRL and OCSP. And then implement anti-malware protection and also URL filtering of HTTPS content. Next, deploy a Cisco SSL appliance to decrypt SSL traffic and send it to intrusion prevention system, which is, we call that IPS also, right? Okay. Okay, that's regarding this chapter. Right. VPN. Module 18 VPN. Okay. All right. So basically they will explain the purpose of VPN in this topic. So we have a subtopic we have overview, topologies, and we have IPsec protocol, and also internet key exchange. Yeah, for this module, VPN overview. So virtual private networks. Okay, to secure network traffic, yeah, between sites and users, organization use VPN or virtual private network to create end-to-end private network connection. VPN is a virtual in that it carries information within a private network, but that information is transported over a public network. Yeah, VPN is a private in that the traffic is encrypted to keep the data confidential while it is transported across the public network. So the figure shows a collection of various types of VPN managed by an enterprise main site. The tunnel enables remote site and user to access main site network resources securely. Within the VPN, we have a tunnel. Okay, so this is example of the VPN. VPN benefits. Modern VPN now support encryption features such as IPsec or Internet Protocol Security and Secure Socket Layer SSL VPN to secure network traffic between sites. So major benefit of VPN are cost savings. Cost saving. Why? With the advent of the cost-effective, high bandwidth technologies, organization can use VPN to reduce their connectivity costs while simultaneously increasing remote connection bandwidth. Second benefit is security. So VPN provide the highest level of security available by using advanced encryption and authentication protocol that protect data from unauthorized access. Yeah. And scalability. Another benefit is scalability. VPN allow organization to use the internet, making it easy to add new users without adding significant infrastructure. And next benefit, compatibility. VPN can be implemented across a wide variety of one-link options, including all the popular broadband technologies. Remote workers can take advantage of this high speed connection to gain secure access to their corporate network. VPN topologies. Site-to-site and remote access VPN. A site-to-site VPN is created when VPN terminating devices, also called VPN gateways, are pre-configured, pre-configured with information to establish a secure tunnel. VPN traffic is only encrypted between these devices. Yeah. Internal hosts have no knowledge that a VPN is being used. Yeah. Okay. So a remote access VPN is dynamically created to establish a secure connection between a client and a VPN terminating device. Yeah. For example, a remote access SSL VPN is used when you check your banking information online. Yeah. Okay. Remote access VPN. Remote access VPN are typically enabled dynamically by the user when required. Okay, it's like on demand. Yeah. Remote access VPN can be created using either IPsec or SSL. A remote user must initiate a remote access VPN connection. Okay. The figure display two ways that a remote user can initiate a remote access VPN connection. clientless VPN, and client-based VPN. Yeah, so two type of remote access. SSL VPN. SSL uses the public key infrastructure and digital certificates to authenticate peers. Both IPsec and also SSL VPN technologies offer access to virtually any network application or resource. However, when security is an issue, IPsec is the superior choice. If support and ease of deployment are the primary issues, consider SSL. The type of VPN method implemented is based on the access requirement of the user and the organization's IT processes. The table compares IPsec and SSL remote access deployment. Okay. Right. So first application supported. Based on IPsec, extensive all IP-based applications are supported. And then for SSL, unlimited, only web-based application and file sharing are supported for SSL. And then authentication strength, IPsec is strong because use two-way authentication with share key and digital certificate. Meanwhile, SSL only moderate by using one-way or two-way authentication. Okay. Encryption strength. IPsec will provide a strong, because why? Use a key length from 56-bit to 256-bit compared to the SSL is only 40 bits to 256 bit. Yeah. Connection complexity is medium for IPsec because it requires VPN client pre-installed on a host, and for SSL is low because it only requires a web browser on a host. Okay. So connection option limited for IPsec because only specific devices with specific configuration can connect. But SSL extensively, so means any device with web browser can use that or can connect. Okay. So that's the comparison between IPsec and also SSL for the remote access. Site-to-site IPsec VPN. Okay. The VPN gateway encapsulates and encrypts outbound traffic. It then sends the traffic through a VPN tunnel over the internet to a VPN gateway at the target site. Upon receive, the receiving VPN gateway strips the header, decrypts the content, and relays the packet towards the target host inside its private network. Site-to-site VPN are typically created and secured using IP security or IPsec. IPsec overview. IPsec technologies. Using the IPsec framework, IPsec provides this essential security function. First, confidentiality, where IPsec use encryption algorithm to prevent cyber criminal from reading the packet contents. Integrity, IPsec use hashing algorithm to ensure that packet have not been altered between source and destination. And also for origin authentication, IPsec uses the Internet Key Exchange IKE protocol to authenticate source and destination. Method of authentication including using pre-share key password, or password, and digital certificate or RSA certificate. And also for Diffie-Hellman secure key exchange, typically using various group of the H algorithm. So these are essential security function in IPsec technologies. The IPsec security function are listed in this table. So IPsec protocol, the choices for the IPsec include authentication, yeah, authentications, header AH or encapsulation security ESP, authentication header or AH authenticates the layer 3 packet. ESP encrypts the layer 3 packet also, and note ESP plus AH is rarely used as this combination will not successfully traverse a NAT device. Yeah, confidentiality. All right, encryption ensure confidentiality of the layer 3 packet. Choices include data encryption standard or DES, triple DES, advanced encryption standard or AES, or software optimized encryption algorithm SEAL. Yeah. And for integrity, ensure that data arrive unchanged at the destination using hash algorithm. Okay, such as message digest 5 and D5 and secure hash algorithm. Yeah. And for authentication, IPsec use Internet Key Exchange (IKE) to authenticate user and devices that can carry out communication independently. IKE uses several types of authentication, including username and password, one-time password, biometric pre-share keys, and digital certificate using RSA or reverse Shamir-Alderman algorithm. And then for Diffie-Hellman, IPsec use DH algorithm to provide a public key exchange method for two peers to establish a share secret key. There are several different groups to choose from, including DH 14, 15, 16, and DH 19, 20, 21, including 24. DH1, 2, and 5 are no longer recommended. Right. So the IPsec, okay, same, right? This, okay. Second. IPsec protocol encapsulation. Choosing the IPsec protocol encapsulation is the first building block. Okay, first building block of the frame. IPsec encapsulate packet using authentication header, yeah, or encapsulation security protocol. ESP, the choice of AH or ESP establish which other building block are available. AH is appropriate only when confidential is not required or permitted. ASP provide both confidentiality and also authentication. And then for confidentiality, confidentiality is achieved by encrypting the data. The degree of confidentiality depends on the encryption algorithm and the length of the key used in the encryption algorithm. The shorter the key, the easier it is to break. That's the rules and normal. It's common sense. There's use a 56 key bit, 56 bit key, and should be avoided. 3 use 56 encryption key per 64-bit block. AES offer 3 different key length, 128, 192, and 256 bits. SEAL is a stream cipher encrypting data continuously using 160-bit key. Yeah. All right. For integrity, data integrity means that the data that is received is exactly the same data that was sent. MD5 use 128-bit share secret key. The variable length message and 128-bit share secret key are combined and run through HMAC and MD5 hash algorithm producing 128. They combine, they producing 128-bit hash. And secured hash algorithm SHA use 160-bit secret key. The variable length message and 160-bit share secret key are combined and run through HMAC-SHA1 algorithm producing a 160-bit hash. Authentication. When conducting business long distance, the device on the other hand of the VPN tunnel must be authenticated before the communication path is considered secure. A pre-share secret key (PSK) value is entered into each peer manually. The PSK is combined with other information to form the authentication key. And RSA authentication uses digital certificates to authenticate peers. Okay, so this is PSK authentications, and then this is for RSA authentications. Right, you can review this later. Next, secure key exchange with Diffie or Diffie-Hellman (DH). Encryption algorithm, required a symmetric share secret key to perform encryption and decryption. How do the encrypting and decrypting devices get the share secret key? The easiest key exchange method is to use a public key exchange method such as Diffie-Hellman DH, and also DH provide a way for two peers to establish a shared secret key that only they know, even though they are communicating over an insecure channel. Variations of the DH key exchange are specified as DH groups. Yeah. The DH group you choose must be strong enough or have enough bits to protect the IPsec key during negotiation. Yeah. IPsec protocol. IPsec protocol overview. The two main IPsec protocol are authentication header. Second, encapsulation security protocol ESP. Right? Yeah. And then the IPsec protocol is first building block of the framework. The choice of AH or ASP established with which other block are available. Looks like repeating, yeah. It's okay. AH use IP protocol 50 and it is appropriate only when confidentiality is not required or permitted. It provides data authentication and integrity, but it does not provide data confidentiality. All text is transported transported unencrypted. ESP use IP protocol 50 and provide both confidentiality and authentication. Authentication provide data origin authentication and data integrity. Authentication header. The AH function is applied to the entire packet, except for any IP headers field that normally change in transit. Fields that normally change during transit are called mutable field. For example, TTL or time to leave is considered mutable because routers modify this field. The AH process occur in this order. First, the IP header and data payload are hashed using the shared secret key. Yeah, the hash builds a new AH header which is inserted into the original packet. And then the new packet is transmitted to the IPsec peer router, and the peer router hashes the IP header and data payload using the share secret key. Extract the transmitted hash from the AH header and compares the two hashes. The hashes must match exactly. If one bit is changed in the transmitted packet, the hash output on the received packet changes and the AH header will not match. AH support MD5 and also SHA algorithm. And then for encapsulation security protocol, if ESP is selected as the IPsec protocol, an encryption algorithm must also be selected. The default algorithm for IPsec is 56-bit DES. ESP can also provide integrity and also authentications. First, the payload is encrypted. Next, the encrypted payload is sent through a hash algorithm. The hash provides authentication and data integrity for the payload. Optionally, ESP can also enforce anti-replay replay protection, which verifies that each packet is unique and is not duplicated. This protection ensures that a hacker cannot intercept packet and insert change packet into the data stream. Anti-replay works by keeping track of packet sequence numbers and using a sliding windows on the destination end. When a connection is established between a source and destination, their counters are initialized at 0. So each time a packet is sent, a sequence number is appended to the packet by source. The destination use the sliding window to determine which sequence number are expected. The destination verify that the sequence number of the packet is not duplicated and is received in the correct order. ESP encrypts and authenticates. When both authentication and encryption are selected, encryption is performed first. Yeah. One reason for this order of processing is that it facilitates rapid detection and rejection of replayed or bogus packet by receiving device. Prior to decrypting the packet, the receiver can authenticate inbound packets. IPsec was initially established to provide security for IPv6 packet. Therefore, the IPsec implementation for IPv4 and IPv6 are similar as far as the standard are concerned. In IPv4, AH and ESP are IP protocol headers. IPv6 use the extension header with a next header value of 50 for ESP and 51 for AH. Yeah, so you can refer to these figures. Transport and tunnel mode. Transport. In transport mode, security is provided only for transport layer of the OSI model and above. Transport mode protects the payload of the packet but leave the original IP address in plain text. The original IP address is used to route the packet through the internet. ESP transport mode is used between hosts. And tunnel mode. Tunnel mode provides security for the complete original IP packet. The original IP packet is encrypted and then it is encapsulated in another IP packet. This is known as IP in IP encryption. The IP address on the outside IP packet is used to route the packet through the internet. Next, Internet Key Exchange. The IKE protocol, IKE enhance IPsec by adding features and simplifies configuration for the IPsec standard. IKE is a hybrid protocol, that implements key exchange protocol inside the Internet Security Association Key Management Protocol ISA-KMP framework. Instead of transmitting key directly across a network, IKE calculates share key based on the exchange of a series of data packets. UDP port 500 packet must be permitted on any IP interface that is connecting a security gateway peers. Phase 1 and Phase 2 key negotiation. Okay, IKE use ISA-KMP for Phase 1 and Phase 2 of key negotiation. Phase 1 negotiates a security association between two IKE peers. The key negotiated in Phase 1 enable IKE peers to communicate securely in Phase 2. During Phase 2 negotiation, IKE establish key like a security association for other applications such as IPsec. In Phase 2, two IPsec peers perform the initial negotiation of SA. The basic purpose of Phase 1 is to negotiate ISA-KMP policies, authenticate the peers, and set up a secure tunnel between the peers. This tunnel will then be used in Phase 2 to negotiate the IPsec policy. This one refer to this for this one for Phase 1, this one for Phase 2. Phase 2 negotiation, IKE Phase 2 is called quick mode and can only occur after IKE has established a secure tunnel in Phase 1. Quick mode negotiates the IKE Phase 2 as is, In this phase, the SA that IPsec use as unidirectional, therefore a separate key exchange is required for each data flow. Right, that's for module 18. Okay, module 19. In this module, it will configure, objective of this module will configure a site-to-site VPN, IPsec VPN with pre-share key authentication using CLI. Okay. Configure a site-to-site IPsec VPN. IPsec negotiation. IPsec negotiation is to establish a VPN involve 5 steps, which include IKE Phase 1 and Phase 2. First, an ISA-KMP tunnel is initiated when host A sends interesting traffic to host B. Traffic is considered interesting when it travels between the peers and meets the criteria that are defined in an ACL. IKE Phase 1 begins. The peers negotiate the ISA-KMP policies. When the peers agree on the policy and are authenticated, a secure tunnel is created. And then next, IKE Phase 2 begin. The IPsec peers use the authenticated secure tunnel to negotiate the IPsec SA policies. The negotiation of the share policy determines how the IPsec tunnel is established. Then IPsec tunnel is created and data is transferred between IPsec peers based on the IPsec SA. 5. IPsec tunnel terminates when IPsec SA are manually deleted or when their lifetime expires. Yeah. So site-to-site VPN, IPsec VPN topology. Implementing a site-to-site VPN requires configuring setting for both IKE phase 1 and also phase 2. In phase 1 configuration, the two sites are configured with the necessary ISA KMP Security Association to ensure that ISA KMP tunnel can be created. In the phase 2 configuration, the two sites are configured using IPsec Security Association to ensure that an IPsec tunnel is created. To ensure that IPsec tunnel is created within the ISA KMP tunnel. Both tunnel will be created only when interesting traffic is detected. The topology in the figure for XYZ Corporation will be used in this section to demonstrate a site-to-site IPsec VPN implementation. Okay, this is the scenario. So both routers are configured, with IP addressing and static routing, and extended ping on R1 verify that routing between the LAN is operational. So first, show run, you can see this, and for R2, when we show run, we can see all this, and then for R1, we type ping to, so you can see this, simply equals timeout sys, right? To verify the routing between a LAN operational. IPsec VPN configuration task. Okay, all XYZ Corporation VPN should be implemented using the following security policy. First, encrypt traffic with AES and also SHA. And next, authenticate with PSK, exchange key with DH group 14, and SAKMP tunnel lifetime is 1 hour, and IPsec tunnel use ASP with 15-minute lifetime. Okay, so the configuration task required to meet this policy are: task 1, configure ISA KMP policies for IKE phase 1. Task 2, configure the IPsec policy for IPsec phase 2. And task 3, configure a crypto map for IPsec policy. And task 4, apply the IPsec policy. And then task 5, verify that the IPsec tunnel is operational. So existing SCL configuration. Prior to implementing site-to-site IPsec VPN, ensure that the existing SCL do not block traffic necessary for IPsec negotiation. So the SCL command syntax to permit ISA, KMP, ESP, and AH traffic is shown here. Okay, this one. They will permit all this. So make sure all the traffic is permitted. Okay. And then handling broadcast and multicast traffic. The XYZ Corporation topology, use static routing. So there is no multicast or broadcast traffic that need to be routed through the tunnel. But what if XYZ Corporation decided to implement EIGRP or SPF? Whenever routing protocol traffic appears in the site-to-site IPsec VPN implementation will need to be configured with a generic routing encapsulation or GRE tunnel for the multicast traffic. So ISA KMP or ISA KMP policy. The default ISA KMP policies, yeah, the Cisco iOS comes with the default ISA KMP policy already in place. Yeah, built in. To view the default policies, enter the show crypto SMP ISA KMP default policy. Yeah, command. Okay, type this so you can see the detail about this. R1 has 7 default ISA KMP policy ranging from most secured policy, which is 65507 to the latest secure, which is policy number 65514. If no other policy has been defined by the administrator, and then R1 will attempt to use the most secured default policy. If R2 has a matching policy, then R1 and R2 can successfully negotiate the IKE phase 1 ISA KMP tunnel without any configuration by the administrator. Yeah. So in this example, none of the default policy match the security policy for XYZ Corporation. A new ISA KMP policy will have to configure. Yeah. Okay. So this cannot. Oh. Right. Okay. Default. Yeah. Show crypto. Okay. We type this and then they will display all the details. And also this. Yeah. Order to see all this. Yeah. Policy. All right. Syntax to configure. Yeah. Syntax to configure a new ISA KMP policies. Okay, to configure a new ISA KMP policy, use the crypto as ISA KMP policy command. Okay, this you can see in this, yeah, on your right hand side there is a figure. Yeah. So the only argument for the command is to set a priority for the policy between or from 1 to 10,000. Peers will attempt to negotiate using the policy with the lowest numbers, lowest number or which is highest priority. When in ISMKP policy configuration mode, the SA for the IKE phase 1 tunnel can be configured. Use the mnemonic HAGLE to remember the 5SA to configure. First, hash authentication, group, lifetime, and also finally is encryption. Yeah. So ISA KMP policies to meet the security, the policy requirement for XYZ Corporation in configure that the ISA KMP policy with the following SA. Hash is SA, authentication is pre-share key, group is 14, lifetime is 3,600 a second, and encryption using AES. Yeah, okay. And then the pre-share key command syntax is as follow. So this is the example and including the key phrase Cisco 1235 and also the IP address of the peer. Okay. And then IPsec policies. Define interesting traffic. Although the ISA KMP policy for the IKE phase 1 tunnel is configured, the tunnel does not yet exist. This is verified with the show crypto ISA KMP as a command. Yeah. Okay, this you can see. Yeah. So to define interesting traffic, configure each router with an ACL to permit traffic from the local LAN to remote LAN. The ACL will be used in the crypto MAC configuration to specify what traffic will trigger the start of IKE phase 1. Yeah. Okay, here. Configure IPsec transform set. The next step is to configure the transform set, a set of encryption and hashing algorithm that will be used to transform the data sent through the IPsec tunnel. Configure transport or transform. Configure a transform set using the crypto IPsec transform set command. First, specify a name for the transport set R1 and R2 in the example. The encryption and hashing algorithm can then be configured with either order. Yeah. Okay. So this is the example, and this is the instruction. And crypto map. So syntax to configure crypto map. Now that the interesting traffic is defined and IPsec transform set is configured, it is time to bind those configurations with the rest of IPsec policy in a crypto map. The available configuration for a crypto map entry when you are in a crypto map configuration mode are shown below. Although the IPsec manual option is shown, is beyond the scope of this course. Yeah. So this is the format syntax, and then for the map name is a define the crypto map set. Sequence number will define the sequence number used. Sequence number you assign to the crypto map entry. Use the crypto map sequence number command without any keyword to modify the existing crypto map entry or file. IPsec SAKMP indicate that IKE will be used to establish the IPsec for protecting the traffic specific by this crypto map entry. And IPsec manual indicate that IKE will not be used to establish IPsec SA for protecting the traffic specified by the crypto map entry. And then the available configuration for crypto map entry when you are in crypto map configuration mode are shown below. The map name is R1, R2 map, and the sequence number is 10. Yeah. Okay. And then to finish the configuration, to meet the IPsec security policy for XYZ corporation, complete the following. Step 1, bind the SCL and the transform set to the map. Okay, bind the SCL like this, you can see here. And then specify the peer's IP address. The peer's IP address. Yeah, the peer IP address. And then configure the H group. Okay, this configure the IPsec tunnel lifetime. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this for router 1 and also this is for router 2. Use the show crypto map command to verify the crypto map configuration. As shown in here, all the required SA should be in place. Yeah. Okay. This. Apply and verify. Yeah. Okay, apply and verify the crypto map. To apply the crypto map, use the crypto map and also map name interface configuration command to apply the crypto map. Use show crypto map to verify the crypto is not applied to the interface. Yeah. Okay. IPsec VPN. Send interesting traffic. Traffic from the LAN interface on R1 destined for the LAN interface on R2. Considered interesting traffic because it matches the SCL configure on both routers. An extended ping from R1 will effectively test the VPN configuration. Yeah, okay. And then verify the ISA-KMP and also IPsec tunnel. To verify that tunnel have been established, use the show crypto ISA-KMP SA KMPSA and show crypto IPsec SA. Yeah, command. And this is the output of the SMP tunnel is shown below. Notice that the tunnel is active between the two peers. Okay, this is the one. Okay, right. Okay, that's all for module 19. Okay, introduction to the SA. So here, this module will explain how the SA operates as an advanced stateful firewall. Yeah. So the topic here got two topics: SA solution and also the SA 5506-X with firepower services. ASA solution. ASA firewall models. The Cisco SA with the firepower services family of product provide dedicated firewall services in one device. These are next generation firewall NGFW device, yeah, that deliver integrated threat defense across the entire attack continuum. Yeah, they combine proven as ASA firewall with source fire threat and advanced malware protection in a single device. These include Cisco Firepower 1000, Cisco Firepower 2100, Cisco Firepower 4100, Cisco Firepower 19300. So all models provide advanced stateful firewall features and VPN functionality. The biggest difference between the model is the maximum traffic throughput handled by each model and the number and type of interfaces. Cisco also support the virtualization of computing infrastructure by taking advantage of the increased power availability of modern x86 servers. And then Cisco Adaptive Security Virtual Appliance ASAV, yeah, brings the power of ASA appliances to the virtual domain. To provide a suitable for customer need, Cisco ASA called the ASAV, yeah, is available in 5 models. Cisco ASA version 5, version 10, version 30, version 50, and also version 100. The focus of this module will be on ASA 5506 dash X, yeah, which is designed for small business, branch office, and enterprise teleworker implementations. Advanced ASA feature ASA firewall features. A single SA can be partitioned into multiple virtual devices, as illustrated here. Each virtual device is called a security context. Each contact is an independent device with its own security policy, interfaces, and administrator. Multiple contacts are similar to having multiple standalone devices. Yeah. So that many features are supported in multiple context mode, including routing tables. Firewalls features IPS and also management. Some features are not supported, by including VPN and dynamic routing protocol. As shown here, two identical as ASA can be paired into an active standby failover configuration to provide device redundancy. Both platform, yeah, must be identical in software, licensing, memory, and interfaces, including the security services module SSM. In the example, ASA-1 is the primary or active forwarding device, and traffic leaving PC1 takes the preferred path using ASA1. AS1 and ASA2 monitor each other using the LAN failover link. If ASA1 fail, then ASA ASA2, yeah, will immediately assume the primary role and become active. Okay. So the SA provides optional, yeah, granular access control based on an association of IP addresses to window Active Directory login information. For example, in the figure, when a client attempt to access the server resources, it must first be authenticated using the Microsoft Active Directory identity-based firewall services. These services enhance the existing access control and security policy mechanism by allowing user or groups to be specified in place of source addresses. Identity-based security policies can be interleaved without restriction between traditional IP address based rule. Yeah. There's A use the advanced inspection and preventive AIP modules. Anti-malware capability can be deployed by integrating the content security and control CSC module. The Cisco Advanced Inspection, yeah, and Prevention Security Services model, or AIP-SSM, and Cisco Advanced Inspection and Prevention Security Services card, AIP-CSSC, deliver protection against tens of thousands of known exploits. Yeah. Cisco Firewall series. Cisco has introduced a new line of next generation firewall, yeah, NGFW, which combine their proven firewall technology with source fire advanced threat and malware detection capabilities. This NGFW consolidate multiple security layers into a single platform, eliminating the cost of buying and managing multiple solutions. This integrated approach combines best-in-class security technology with multi-layer protection that is integrated into a single device. The Cisco SA 5500-X with firepower services devices are part of the new Cisco NGFW, designed for small to medium branch offices. And then there's a 5500X with firepower services merge the SA 5500 stateful firewall features with some of the following advanced threat and malware detection capabilities. Next generation IPS, yeah, and then for advanced malware protection, AMP, and third one, application control and URL filtering. Reviewing of firewall in network design. When discussing network that are connected to a firewall, there are some general terms to consider. First, outside network. So network zone that is outside the protection of the firewall. Inside network, the network of or zone that is protected and behind the wall. DMZ, the demilitarized zone that allows both side and outside user access to protected network resources. Firewall protect inside network from unauthorized access by user who are on and outside network. They also protect inside network users from each other. For example, by creating zones, an administrator can keep the network that is hosting the accounting servers separate from other network in an organization. The figure illustrates how this zone interact with permitted traffic. First, traffic originating from the inside network going to the outside network is permitted. Traffic originating from the inside network going to the DMZ network is permitted. Traffic originating from outside network going to DMZ network is selectively permitted. The figure illustrates how this zone interact for denied traffic. The traffic originating from the outside network going to the inside network is denied. Traffic originating from the DMZ network going to the inside network uh, network going to the inside network is denied. Cisco ISR can provide firewall features by using either the zone-based policy firewall or by using the older context-based access control CBSC feature. Okay. Next, there are two firewall interface mode of operation available on ASA devices, routed mode and transparent mode. In routed mode, two or more interfaces separate layer 3 network in example domain. In the figure, the ASA is considered to be a router hop in the network and can perform NAT between connected networks. Routed mode support multiple interfaces. Each interface is on the different subnet and require an IP address on that subnet. And then the SA apply policy to flows as they transit the firewall. Okay. NSA is transparent mode. Is often referred to as a bump in the wire or a steel firewall. Because the SA function like a layer 2 device is not considered a router hop, in the figure below, the SA is only assigned an IP address on the local network for management purposes. This mode is useful to simplify a network configuration or when the existing IP addressing cannot be altered because the drawback include no support for dynamic routing protocol, such as BPN, QoS, and ODHCP relay. Is a licensing requirement. A license specify the option that are enabled on a given ASA. Most ASA appliances come pre-installed with either a base license or a security plus license. To provide more features to the ASA, additional time-based or optional licensing or license can be purchased. To verify the license information on an ASA device, show the show activation key command as shown below or show version. Okay, so this is the snapshot of this. Okay. And 20.2 SA 5506-X, yeah, with firepower series. So this is the device, yeah. So the figure illustrates the front panel of ASA 5506 dash call this X, yeah. The Cisco SA5506X deliver a high performance firewall like SSL, VPN, IPsec, VPN, and rich networking services in a modular plug and play appliance. The default DRAM memory is 4 GB and the default internal flash memory is 8 GB. In a failover configuration, the two units must be identical model with the same hardware configuration, the same number and types of interfaces, and the same amount of RAM. Failover is available with the Security Plus license. Yeah. Okay. This is front panel of ASA 5506 dash X. Yeah. And next, the overview of ASA 5506 X. So number one is a 12B power connector for status. Number two is LED power status and a wireless LAN. And then 3821 gigabit Ethernet interface, the L indicate link status and the 5 indicate connection speed. And then gigabit Ethernet management interface, USB Type A port connection for external storage device, RJ45 and mini USB console port, and number 7 for the reset pin. Yeah. All right. Okay. So this figure show the inside component, yeah, inside component of Cisco ASA 5506-X. Okay, unlike the SA 5505, SA 5506 does not use switch port. All interfaces are routed and require IP addresses. Okay. NSL security levels. Security level define the level of trustworthiness of an interface. So each operational interface must have a name and security level from 0 and 100, which is the highest. As shown in the figure, level hundreds should be assigned to the most secure network, such as the inside network. L0 can be assigned to the outside network, which is connected to the internet. The MZAC and other network can be assigned a security level between 0 to hundreds. Yeah. The security levels help to control many aspects of network traffic. Yeah. For network access, so basically by default, there is an implicit permit from higher security interface to lower security. Hosts on the higher security interface can access hosts on a lower security interface. Multiple interfaces can be assigned the same security level. If communication is enabled for interfaces with the same security level, there is an implicit permit for traffic between the interfaces. And then for inspection engine, some application inspection engine are depend on the security level. When interfaces when the same security level, there's a inspect traffic in either direction. Application filtering, HTTP and FTP filtering apply only for outbound connection that are from a higher level to a lower level. If communication is enabled for interface With the same security level, traffic can be filtered in either directions. So there's ASA 5506-X is commonly used as an edge security device. It connects a small business to an ISP device, such as the DSL or cable modem. For access to the internet, it can be deployed to interconnect and protect several workstations, network printer, and IP phones. In a small branch, a common deployment will include an inside network VLAN 1 with security level 100 and outside network for VLAN 2 with security level 0 as shown in the figure. Okay, here this one, yeah, inside, and this one is for outside. So in the small business shown here, the ASA 5506 can be deployed with two different protected network segments. One segment is inside network, which is VLAN 1, which connect workstation and IP phone. The other segment is DMZEC, yeah, which connects a company web server, and then the outside interface is VLAN 2 is used to connect the internet. In an enterprise deployment, as shown here for ASA 5505, can be used by telecommuters and home users to connect a centralized location using VPN. Yeah. All right. That's all for module 20. Yeah. Module 21, SA firewall configuration. Oh, 15 minutes to, yeah. Okay.